peripheral device problems, so maybe you've just tried to print a document, but instead of printing out a crisp copy of your essay, the printer spits out an error message. Oh, or perhaps your brand new mouse doesn't seem to be moving the cursor on the screen, or your webcam seems to be working every other time you start up your computer. Well, in today's video, we're talking about peripheral device problems. Those issues with printers, mice, keyboards, webcams, or any device you plug into your computer. So whether it's an external hard drive, a joystick, or an old gaming console plugged in through the USB ports, these are some of the most common issues with peripherals and how to fix them. So let's get started. Step No. 1. Identify the device and problem. The first step to fixing any kind of hardware issue is to know exactly what you're dealing with here. So before you do anything else, take a close look at the device that isn't working. Make note of what the exact problem is and how it's failing. Does it not seem to be detected by the system at all? Is it showing an error code or message? Or is it connected and seemingly working properly, but something isn't quite right? You might even try connecting the device to your computer using a different cord or cable just to make sure that the original cable itself isn't damaged. Once you've confirmed which device isn't working and how it's failing, you can move on to the next step. Step No. 2. Check physical connections. So once you've figured out which device isn't working, one of the easiest things you can do to troubleshoot the problem is to check the physical connections between the device and your computer. If it's a wired connection, make sure that the cord or cable is firmly connected to both the device and the computer, and that there is nothing physically preventing it from maintaining a solid connection. Even if it is a wireless device such as a Bluetooth keyboard, mouse, or headphones, it's still worth checking things like the battery or charging status just in case. Now, this is especially true for cordless keyboards and mice that use those tiny double-A batteries. If it's been a while since you've replaced the batteries, it could very well be that one of them has gone bad, or they all could be drained of power and need to be changed. So if you suspect this could be the problem, then grab some fresh batteries, pop them in, and see if it fixes the issue. If you're still having problems, then try a different USB port. Some computers have multiple USB inputs and outputs, so you can try switching where you connect the device to see if that helps. And if you have a USB hub, then try bypassing that and connecting the device directly to a port on the computer. If you're still having trouble, then try using a different cord or cable altogether. If you happen to have another cable that fits both the device and the computer, then this should help rule out whether or not the cable itself is the problem. Step No. 3. Test on another computer. Now, if you've gone through all of the previous steps and your peripheral is still not working, then the next thing you can do is test it on another computer. This will tell you whether the problem is with the device itself or with the settings of your particular computer. And if it works on another computer, then the problem is likely with either a driver or some other setting on your main machine. But if it doesn't work on the other computer, then chances are you've got a faulty device on your hands. Step No. 4. Check drivers. One of the most common reasons why a peripheral might not be working is because the drivers are either outdated or missing entirely. Drivers are essentially small pieces of software that allow the operating system to communicate with hardware. Without the proper drivers installed, the two won't be able to communicate and the device won't work. Fortunately, it's usually pretty easy to update or reinstall them. First, you'll need to find out which drivers you need to update. And to do that, you'll need to first identify the manufacturer of the device. From there, go to their website and search for support or drivers. Once you land on the support page, you should be able to find a section specifically for drivers. To make finding the right ones easier, you can usually find this info in the product's manual or user guide. Once you locate the correct drivers, download them and run the installer. Now, alternatively, if you don't want to go to the manufacturer's website or can't find the drivers there, you can also try updating the drivers directly from within Windows. To do this, press the Windows key and X, then select Device Manager from the list. On the Device Manager window, expand the category that corresponds to your device. Right-click on the device and select Update Driver. Follow the instructions on the screen and Windows will automatically search for the best driver for your device. Step 5. Run the troubleshooter. Most modern operating systems have built-in tools that are designed to automatically detect and fix common issues. And when it comes to peripherals, these are called troubleshooters. The name makes it sound like you're resummoning a digital exterminator to wipe out bugs, but it's actually much simpler than that. Essentially, it's just a program that checks for common issues based on the device you choose and then attempts to resolve them. So to use it, you need to first open the Settings app on your computer. From there, navigate to the System Settings and select the appropriate category for your device. Select Run the Troubleshooter and follow the instructions. Your computer will perform tests and attempt to fix any problems it finds. Step 6. Check compatibility. Older peripherals sometimes don't work with newer versions of an operating system. For example, this old HP printer that uses an old parallel port connector probably won't work with Windows 11. With newer devices, you can usually find the minimum system requirements on the manufacturer's website. It's worth checking this because it will save you from wasting time trying to fix a device that simply isn't compatible with your computer. If the device is compatible but still isn't working, it could be that it needs additional software to function properly. Again, check the manufacturer's website and see if they offer any updates that could help. If they do, install the updates and see if that solves the problem. Step 7. When to replace. Now, if you've tried everything and your peripheral is still not working, it may be time to replace it. Sometimes a device gets physically damaged or wears out over time. If that's the case, replacing it with a newer model is probably your best option. And newer devices tend to have updated drivers and better compatibility. Plus, if you're getting this error message on your screen, well, we can probably all agree that this mouse has definitely seen better days. So there you go. Those are some of the most common issues you might face with a peripheral device and how to fix them. Of course, there are many individual problems that could arise with each type of device, but these general troubleshooting steps should help you resolve most issues. Hopefully, this helped you get your peripheral devices working again, and if it did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tech tips. As always, thanks for watching.